of Russian collusion. The biggest spreader of misinformation was Adam Schiff. As we know, the Mueller report determined there was no criminal collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Thanks to the Durham report,
That was a lie. He claimed that he was not working with anonymous informants during the impeachment hoax. That was a lie. Everyone with common sense knew that Adam Schiff was lying all along, including
Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert just left Adam Schiff completely speechless in Congress. After years of Schiff pushing lies, abusing his position, and misleading the American people, he was finally confronted and had no defense. Schiff's silence spoke louder than words, exposing his corruption and proving that patriots are rising up in Washington. This explosive moment is one every American needs to see.
I yield 3 minutes of my time to the gentleman from Georgia, Representative Greene.
The gentlewoman's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There's a lot of things that happen here in Congress, and many of them waste the American people's hard-earned tax dollars. But one of the most outrageous waste of hard-earned tax dollars has been the Russian collusion hoax led by Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff lied to the American people by leading the fake Russian witch hunt against President Trump. He weaponized the House Intelligence Committee to abuse all principles of due process and perpetuate the lies of Russia collusion. And he did that on the media over and over again. His committee conducted approximately 53 interviews during its 2017-2018 Russia probe. These transcripts from the Director of National Intelligence, former Obama Attorney General, former Deputy Attorney General, and the FBI Director, among others, proved that there was zero direct evidence of criminal conspiracy. He not only refused to release these interview transcripts, but he also continued to peddle lies to the American people that Russia interfered in the election. He falsely claimed that Russians offered help. The campaign accepted help. The Russians gave help. And the president made full use of that help when referring to allegations between President Trump and Russia during the 2016 election. In November 2020, he specifically asked Twitter to take action against spreaders of misinformation by removing content that questioned his baseless claims of Russian collusion. The biggest spreader of misinformation was Adam Schiff. As we know, the Mueller report determined there was no criminal collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Thanks to the Durham report, we know now the entire Russian hoax was bought and paid for by Hillary Clinton and the DNC. During the probe, Schiff also abused his position on the Intel Committee and violated civil liberties by subpoenaing phone records from AT&T and a former Republican colleague on entirely baseless claims. His lies and abuse of power continued during the sham. Hollywood produced January 6th committee witch hunt, where him and his staff doctored a text message between Representative Jim Jordan and former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to deliberately manipulate information presented to the American people. What a lie. He displayed a graphic of a text message which cut a sentence in half and eliminated the final 2 paragraphs of a detailed legal summary that were contained in the original text message. He did this to peddle more lies to the American people and perpetuate the fake narrative that January 6th was an insurrection, and it was not. And now Adam Schiff is running for Senate.
Gentlewoman yields to...
Thank you.
How much time?
1 minute.
One more minute.
1 more minute. Gentlewoman's recognized.
Thank you. And now Adam Schiff is running for Senate in California. Now, California has a lot of things messed up, and California is not the model that the United States needs. As a matter of fact, their government policies are atrocious. So if California decides to send Adam Schiff to Senate, they will be sending a proven liar, and that's what he's aiming to do. Raise money off of being a liar and running for Senate. I yield back the remainder of my time.
Gentlewoman reserved.
And from Colorado, Representative Lauren Boebert.
Gentlewoman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to my colleague Ana Paulina Luna for leading on this very important issue. Adam Schiff is a complete disgrace to our nation and to our Constitution. He put the American people through 4 years of an endless impeachment hoax that he knew from the beginning was a lie. He represents the worst of permanent Washington, using his position of trust to lie to the American people. He received intelligence briefings that other members and the public did not have access to. And he used this position of trust to lie and to advance his own partisan agenda. Schiff's disgraceful time in Congress has destroyed Americans' faith in our institutions. Today, I am proud to stand with my colleague and friend from Florida, Ana Paulina Luna, to try and undo some of the damage that Adam Schiff has done by finally holding this crook accountable. Today, we are saying enough is enough by censuring him, and referring him to the Ethics Committee. I told the American people that he had proof that the Trump campaign asking the Russians for help in a conspiracy. That was a lie. He claimed that he was not working with anonymous informants during the impeachment hoax. That was a lie. Everyone with common sense knew that Adam Schiff was lying all along, including the Director of National Intelligence, Obama's former Attorney General, the FBI Deputy Director, and more. But Adam Schiff doubled down on his big lie, claiming he had a smoking gun, proof of a conspiracy. But the only conspiracy going on was his conspiracy to defraud the American people by taking down their duly elected president.
I yield 4 minutes to Representative Boebert.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
When Adam Schiff got caught lying, he did what all liars do and tried to cover the truth even more. He even used his taxpayer-funded staff to ask Twitter to censor journalists fact-checking his lies. But Adam Schiff won't get out of this one by calling in a favor. Today, we are holding him accountable and censuring him for his lies to the American people. To restore the trustworthiness of the House of Representatives, every member should vote to censure Adam Schiff so that we can speak with one voice to assure the American people that these lies will not be tolerated. I urge every one of my colleagues with good and decent intentions to vote for this resolution. If Adam Schiff has a shred of human decency left, he would resign from Congress in disgrace. His tombstone should read of his failed career in Congress and should be one word: liar. I yield back.
Gentlewoman reserved.
What just happened in Congress is the kind of moment that shakes Washington to its core. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert walked in prepared, fearless, and determined to hold Adam Schiff accountable, and what followed was nothing short of explosive. Schiff, the man who has built his entire political career on deception, smear campaigns, and endless talking points, was left completely speechless. And let me tell you, for Schiff to sit there with no words, no rebuttal, and no excuses, that tells you everything you need to know. Now, let's break this down. Adam Schiff is not some rookie politician who doesn't know how to spin. This is a man who has spent years lying with confidence, selling narratives that turned out to be false, and manipulating the media into treating him like some kind of moral authority. Remember the Russia hoax? Schiff was at the center of it. He went on TV time after time saying he had direct evidence that Trump colluded with Russia. He said it with a straight face, over and over again for years. And when the truth finally came out, that it was all a lie, that there was no evidence, that the entire narrative was built on smoke, did Schiff apologize? Did he admit to the American people that he misled them? No. He doubled down. He lied again. He acted like it was all still true. And that's why this moment matters so much. Greene and Boebert didn't let Schiff dance around the facts. They confronted him head-on. They reminded him of his record, his lies, his abuse of power, his arrogance. They pulled the mask right off his face And what did Schiff do? Nothing. He sat there, silent, exposed, with no defense. Marjorie Taylor Greene was relentless. She brought the receipts. She reminded Schiff of his role in weaponizing Congress against a sitting president. She exposed how he wasted taxpayer dollars chasing after conspiracy theories while real issues like the border crisis, inflation, and national security were ignored. Greene made it clear that Schiff is not just dishonest. He is dangerous to the very fabric of American democracy because he has no problem using lies to destroy political opponents. And then Lauren Boebert came in, fiery as ever. She didn't just echo Greene. She sharpened the blade. Boebert told Schiff what millions of Americans already know. He has betrayed the trust of this nation. He pretends to be a defender of democracy, yet he undermines it at every turn. He hides behind big words and legal jargon, but at the end of the day, he's just another corrupt politician clinging to power. Schiff had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and nothing to say. Think about how powerful that is. Adam Schiff, one of the Democrats' loudest voices, the man who pushed impeachment after impeachment, the man who claimed to have secret evidence nobody else could see, reduced to silence by two strong conservative women who refused to back down. That's not just a win in a hearing room. That's symbolic. That's a shift in momentum. That's the truth breaking through the lies. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Schiff has been caught. Time after time, he's been proven wrong. Yet the media props him up, the Democrats protect him, and he continues to walk around D.C. like he's untouchable. But today showed he isn't untouchable. Greene and Boebert proved that when you shine a light on corruption, even the most powerful liars crumble. Now, some people might say, well, Schiff staying quiet doesn't mean much. Oh, but it does. It means everything. Schiff is a career politician. He knows how to spin. He knows how to deflect. For him to sit silent means he had no lies left to tell, no escape route, no clever soundbite to distract the American people. His silence was an admission of guilt without him ever saying the words. That silence spoke louder than any speech he could have given. And this is why we need fighters like Greene and Boebert in Congress. Too often, Republicans try to play nice. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to be called names by the media. But look where that's gotten us. Democrats running roughshod over this country, spreading lies, destroying our economy, and tearing apart our values. Greene and Boebert showed what it looks like to stand up, to confront corruption head-on, and to put America first without apology. This was more than just a fiery exchange in Congress. This was a warning shot. A message to Schiff and every other corrupt politician. Your lies are not safe anymore. Patriots are watching. The American people are waking up. And we are not going to let you get away with it any longer. So, let's be clear, this wasn't just Schiff being embarrassed. This was Schiff being exposed. This was the truth catching up with him. And if we continue to demand accountability, if we continue to support leaders who aren't afraid to fight, then this moment will be remembered as the day the tide began to turn. Because Schiff's silence wasn't just a personal defeat, it was a symbol of the collapse of the lies that have propped up the Democrat machine for years. And thanks to Greene and Boebert, the American people got to see it live, unfiltered, raw, and undeniable. My fellow patriots, this fight is far from over. But today we celebrate a victory. A victory for truth. A victory for accountability. A victory for the American people. Schiff's silence will echo in the halls of Congress, and no matter how much the media tries to cover for him, the people know the truth. And once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it.